There's a simple phrase that can shake the hearts of millions around the world. OT7 is back. Those 3 words aren't just a casual phrase, but an emotional event that plunged ARMY, the name for BTS fans, into a sea of tears, laughter, and memories. After a long wait, the 7 BTS members were finally seen together again, not just in old memories or past video clips, but in a real setting. In the music studio, the place where this beautiful journey all began. Nothing soothes ARMY's hearts more than seeing RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook together again, smiling, joking, and doing what they love most, creating music. They were complete with a unique energy that only comes from being in the same room. For ARMY, this moment was more than just entertainment. It was proof that BTS's bond as a family is never broken, even when distance, time, and personal commitments separate them. However, behind the big moment of OT7's comeback, there was also an interaction that stole the attention. Something that always attracts fans, whether consciously or not. Jikook, the unique relationship between Jimin and Jungkook. As always, their gazes, smiles, and small interactions in the studio once again managed to melt ARMY's hearts. No one can deny that Jikook's warmth always brings a unique touch to OT7's togetherness. This OT7 comeback felt so special because it not only demonstrated the strength of friendship between these 7 extraordinary individuals, but also brought a deep sense of nostalgia that revived old memories. ARMY were reminded of the early days when BTS spent countless hours in the studio, practicing, creating music, supporting each other, and growing together from a small dream to a global phenomenon. Seeing them in the studio also brought ARMY a deep sense of nostalgia. Fans were reminded of the early days when BTS would upload Bangtan Bomb videos of them practicing in cramped spaces, or the moments when they stayed up for hours to complete a song. All those memories seemed to come alive again. Jikook talking quietly in the corner, RM directing the flow of the musical discussion, Suga focusing on the technical details, J-Hope leading the small choreography during breaks, V offering spontaneous ideas, and Jin always being the mood booster. It's all a classic BTS image that ARMYs have always loved. In one moment captured on camera, Jungkook is seen sitting in a chair with his head down, playing with something in his hands. Jimin then approaches, tapping Jungkook's shoulder with a smile. Their eyes meet for a moment, but long enough to take ARMY's breath away. It's not just a casual glance. There's a sense of mutual understanding, comfort, and even warmth that needs no words. Many ARMYs commented that the look felt like a home for both of them, an emotional home where they feel safe. One fan wrote on Twitter, "Jikook's eyes met for less than 5 seconds, but it felt like an entire story was being told." And it's true. Sometimes just one glance is enough to convey 1,000 feelings. Besides the warm gaze, Jikook was also seen laughing together several times. While Suga was explaining something about the song's arrangement, Jin suddenly cracked a joke. Jimin burst out laughing, while Jungkook covered his face with his hands, trying to hold back his laughter. What made the moment special was when Jungkook glanced at Jimin, as if to make sure he found it funny too. And of course, Jimin looked back, laughing until his eyes narrowed. Their laughter seemed to spread throughout the room, lightening the atmosphere in the studio. For ARMY, moments like this are simple proof of how close they are. Even when busy, tired, or even stressed, they can still find a reason to laugh together. ARMY are used to noticing Jikook's small movements. In the studio, there was a moment when Jungkook reached for his water bottle, but Jimin handed him another bottle first, saying something in a low voice. Jungkook accepted it with a small smile, then said, "Gamawo." To outsiders, it might seem trivial. However, to ARMY, it was a clear example of how they always pay attention to each other's needs, even in the smallest things. A simple gesture like giving them water became a consistent symbol of their care. Furthermore, while listening to the recording, Jungkook was seen leaning towards Jimin, almost leaning his body against his. Jimin, noticing this, simply smiled faintly and let it go, as if it was something they were used to. Many people might ask, why does Jimin and Jungkook's interaction always feel so special? The answer is simple: authenticity. Nothing is forced, no scripted setup. They are simply two people who have traveled a long journey together, from awkward teenagers to global icons. Jimin is known for being a caring person, always making sure those around him feel comfortable. Jungkook, while often appearing tough and confident on stage, actually has a softer side that only emerges around those closest to him. And Jimin is one of the few people who can bring that side to life. This combination makes their interactions feel so natural. Jikook isn't just about romantic moments or fanbase speculation, but about genuine friendship, mutual trust, and comfort born from years of togetherness. What's most interesting is that many ARMYs feel that Jikook is a reflection of BTS as a whole. If BTS is a big family, then Jimin and Jungkook symbolize the unbreakable bond within that family. Their relationship showcases the most sincere side of BTS's friendship, caring for each other, understanding each other, and strengthening each other, even without having to say a word. Amidst all the excitement, one of the most touching things was how ARMY expressed their gratitude. Many wrote that BTS had helped them through difficult times, and that seeing OT7 again gave them renewed hope. Some ARMY also wrote prayers for the members' health and happiness. May you always be healthy, always happy, and always know that we love you unconditionally. This reaction shows that the relationship between BTS and ARMY goes far beyond artist and fan. It's a mutually reinforcing emotional bond. Ultimately, what ARMYs around the world feel can be summed up in one word: home. Seeing the full OT7 again, with Jikook as warm as ever, makes ARMY feel like they've come home after a long journey. Home isn't a physical place, but rather a sense of security, love, and togetherness that can only be found through BTS. One of the reasons why Jikook's memories are so precious is because of their consistency. From their debut until now, their pattern hasn't changed. Jungkook continues to seek comfort from Jimin, and Jimin continues to give Jungkook his full attention. This consistency is clear evidence that their relationship isn't forced or just for the cameras. It's a natural part of who they are, and it's what makes ARMY believe in their warmth even more. And it's a remarkable moment that reminds us all of how beautiful OT7 is together, and how deeply Jimin and Jungkook's connection always manages to steal ARMY's hearts. No matter how much time passes, their love, laughter, and togetherness always feel so warm. So what do you think? What do you think about Jikook's interaction this time? Leave your thoughts in the comments, ARMY. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next special BTS moment. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video, and as always, Borahi, ARMY.